This is where the fun begins.
I have fought the worst of all wars and witnessed the redemption of evil. I have seen balance restored to the Force. But order can turn to chaos, as it did when I was born. Now, with my loved ones and my loyal allies, I face a new challenge unlike any before. And I'm not sure if this time we can win.
Star Wars Vector Prime by R.A. Salvatore, the first novel of the new Jedi Order.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Thursday morning coffee chat. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And yes, it's another week, another time to gather and discuss Star Wars, have fun, laugh, cringe at Cringe Factor. And what I'm going to share today with you guys may piss you guys off, but I think it needs to be brought to attention. And first of all, my birthday's tomorrow. But we're going to have a pre-birthday bash here today and just have fun with each other. I won't be available tomorrow, and I'm usually on the space in Fridays, evenings or nights. And the show is, there's not going to be the spacing either. So I just thought maybe, hey, let's have fun and celebrate and chat about Star Wars. And we're going to talk about For Society, the Krath, among other things as well. But first, what is in your mug? Look at, I got a pair of Hooters. Look at that. Thought I'd say that. What a way to begin the morning. Look at my Hooters. All right, so let's see who's in here and let me know what you're enjoying, what beverage you're enjoying. If you grab dessert, I didn't grab anything at all. So yeah, but let's see who's here. Happy B-Day. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. I can't believe it. It felt like this summer went by quick. It really, really did. And then good morning, Zacharat. Hi, Iris and Melina. Thank you again for the happy birthday. And let's see here. Alex, how are you doing? Hola, chat. Hola. Whoopsie. You guys kind of skipped. Okay, there we go. And then who else is coming in? And Lady Turiel. Hey, what's up? How you doing, darling? And I don't know if her link is still up for GoFundMe, but I don't have it on me either. Maybe I'll have shared in the chat or something like that. But please, if you can, donate to her as well, just to help her get through from her past, what happened in the past. If you guys haven't known, she was going through some illness, and now she's facing some of the insurance repercussions or backlash or red tape. Red tape's the better word. So, yeah. And then Master of the TDS. Hello, hello. And then Oobly Jubilees. I love that. Surprised to see so many chose Return of the Jedi. Woo! Yes, that's my favorite. And so few choose A New Hope. A New Hope, I love too. It's the most, it's like groundbreaking of the time and ever. Yeah, so but my favorite is Return of the Jedi. So, but that doesn't mean I don't think A New Hope is any less. It's just I prefer, I love the origin, the beginning of everything, but Return of the Jedi is my favorite. And then look at the perfect timing. I know, look at you. Thank you so much. I didn't mean for you to quit your stream. I don't mind if you stream over. It is fine. But Matt Wilkin was just live, and so if you haven't had a chance to go watch some of his live videos, go ahead and catch the replay on his channel, or check any of his rereads or board game reviews that he does. And me and my family have been talking about playing board games again. So, but we are not real well versed in the board games like Matt Wilkins. So I think I'll be referring to your reviews now, since you have an extensive one as well. I'm gonna get my phone out of the way. There we go. And let's see here. And Stig, happy birthday, Laura. Hope the day is good so far. Thank you. Yes, my birthday's tomorrow, everybody. It's a pre-B-Day bash. But if Abunas comes through, he's at work, but he normally pops on. Wish him a happy birthday, because surprisingly, his birthday's today. And so we are just like, we share, like our birthdays are just right next to each other. So that's an interesting fact. Stunning and Brave. Hello. Happy Life Day. There you go. Happy Life Day. Wow, Vector Prime is such a dark and creepy way to start that story. I love it. Yes, that's a great commercial there. I love that. Like all time, one of my favorites that I loved. And in fact, I am getting through because I've read all through A New Jedi Order a couple of times already, and since it's a birth, I guess you could say. But how I am listening to, whoops, I don't want to turn you on, but I'm listening to it now on my phone. I don't recommend audibles if you haven't read the book first, especially if they're abridged. Abridged means that they're very plot heavy, and there are some points that are left out that maybe are very valuable to the story. So I recommend reading the book before you do Audible if the Audible is abridged. If the Audible is unabridged, go for it. Let's see here. And I almost picked Jedi since I was born the day it came out. Oh, wow. And it was the first one I watched, but I love the music in Empire and the moments. Yeah, well, fair enough. Fair enough. That's pretty cool. You share the birthday with them. May your day under the party tree be a wonderful and happy day, Laura. Thank you so much. Let's see here. And I have 18 beautiful souls here joining for coffee chat. Share what you're enjoying and with your beverage rise. I always say coffee because it's about 9 a.m. where I'm at. And again, I have a pair of Hooters on my cup. Look at that. Aren't they cute? See? Yeah. And let me know. Let's see here. And then let me see here. We're Star Wars fans. We're never pissed off. Oh my God. Don't get me started. I'm like tired to have fun. I'm not going to address anything. That's not what my intention was ever, to create any kind of drama. So there we go. And that's all I got to say. Green tea with jasmine. Yummy. That's good. I love my green tea. I used to do, like, in the past, like, I would say, damn, I'm giving my age up maybe. Probably about 10 years, not even 10 years ago, about 7 years ago, my habit was I would have probably coffee in the morning. And then in the evening, because we all have cravings in the evening, even after we have eaten a big dinner, I would grab, a cup of hot green tea, maybe with jasmine, maybe with lavender or whatever, and with a little bit of honey, and that would be my snack to get me through. And if I needed another cup, I would drink another cup. And that helped me with going through cravings, like even quitting sodas. I don't drink sodas whatsoever. I think they're disgusting. So that's even helped me with sodas and stuff. And I'm happier for it. I just need to get back into the green tea because it is great for your metabolism. And other things, and also to help with weight loss, or not even weight loss, but maintain weight and stuff like that. So happy birthday, OG. What the heck are you drinking coffee for? I am drinking coffee because that's what I'm enjoying this morning. That's why. Batu, hi guys, getting another coffee now. Awesome. Cheers to you. Bottoms up. Good day and happy birthday. Thank you. And thank you so much for the $9.99. Happy early birthday from myself and Raven. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been such a great support. I appreciate you both. Soul Assassin Empire for the win. I think you guys are all going for Empire. I think that's going to possibly be the win. I think A New Hope is going to be the one that's going to be on the tail end of it, but we'll see. So far, A New Hope, 28, Empire, 40, and Return, 32. So there we go. And let's see, how do y'all please hit the like button and share the stream out? Yes, thank you so much. And always great to see Soul Assassin. And thank you so much for just for all your support and all of that, and moderating. And oh, hey, Echo Base. Hello. Cheers to you. What's in your cup? What are you enjoying? That's my favorite one. Return of the Jedi. Best space battle ever. That too. Actually, well, it kind of, let's see here, the space battle, because I was quickly resorted to the duel between Vader and Luke. So I really love the battle above Coruscant in the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. So I've always referred to that as my favorite space battle. However, that one there is a classic too. So that's a tough one, and I think they probably would be neck to neck for me, maybe, but I think I'd favor Revenge over that. Let's see here. I choose Empire Strikes Back because of Hoth Battle and Bespin Duel, but all of them are perfect. Well, there you go. I'm glad that you enjoy all of them as well. I mean, there's so much substance in each and every one of those three that, you know, we can always pick and choose like something we really, really absolutely love. And, you know, and even have a great discussion. Sometimes it's hard to compare, especially with the PT in certain moments. But it's a great discussion to have overall, you know, and if there was more, if I could do another poll, or if I can make the poll like a 2-part, I would have both 2 polls up pertaining to the movies. Which one is your favorite? But it's just it's not like that. It's just very simple and easy and limited, I guess you could say. Hey Marcos, how you doing? Good afternoon to you. It is morning here, and so I am enjoying my cup of coffee right here, and this is a pre-birthday bash, or what do you say, unbirthday? Or life day, whatever you want to call it. Tomorrow is my birthday, but I'm not going to be available whatsoever. Spacing's not going to happen because we're all busy. And Tim, he will be he'll be busy there. He's been packing and stuff because his house is coming along quite well from what I hear. Let's see here. And so I was at my mom's house today helping her pre-prep for moving house. Discovered a Star Wars Trivial Pursuit tucked away in a cupboard from 2005. Still had the DVD. Many memories playing that. That's amazing. There you go. Yeah, grab that, and I would suggest, you know, like you get with family, friends, and play it. Me and my family were talking about playing games too. Standing and Brave. My B-Day is 16 days. August babies unite. Yeah, some Leos, some fire babies here. But then also we transition into Virgo season, which is very earthy. But, you know, that's my astrology knowledge coming through. And Alex says, go to New Jedi Order channel because they got unabridged audiobooks, all 19. I would love to have the link because I didn't know there was a New Jedi Order. I haven't really explored that. Yeah. So thank you. Fresh off Matt Welcome's stream. Hey, thank you. I know I seen you in there. Hello. I was getting ready, putting the makeup on and drinking my coffee and deciding what my poll was going to be for all like at the same time. But I did see you chatting there. So glad to see you again. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for dropping in. So we are I don't know if I want to do Cringe Factor first, or go into the Force Society, the Krath, or what? I don't know, because I think that it is very like this Cringe Factor portion here. And I was going to look up Screen Rant or some other stupid article to add on to this, but then I'm like, no, because what I'm sharing is going to be a huge topic in itself, maybe. And because I think that will get you guys fired up in the chats. And but I think it's very important to address this with the state of it feels like how they're trying to make George, or cast him aside, I guess you could say, make him irrelevant in the focus of Star Wars. And if you've watched me on Spacings, we had reviewed the Vice shows, Icons on Earth, and it's going into the prequel part now with Marcia, which she had she did not help it whatsoever. She was not even involved in those. So that gives you guys a hint. Yeah, someone said Hooters right here. Look at right here, a blue and an orange one. All right. I agree with the Audible thing. I wish they had a filter for unabridged versions. Yeah, there's a handful. I see there's more than a handful, but you know what I mean, of unabridged. And I do particularly enjoy listening to the unabridged ones. Especially when I'm running errands or I'm cleaning around the house and I'm stuck on the book and I don't want to put it down, but I know I have crap to do. So I will go and turn on the unabridged version so I could still listen to it. No, it's not the nostalgic. It's not the sit down and relax and flipping the page that we all love to enjoy. But it is, you could still stay within the story. And there's times I've sat down and was reading the book and then went ahead and turned on the Audible to see how accurate it is. So just me, with that. Yeah. Let's see here. And Ubili says, I need to find secondhand copies of New Jedi Order. I tried a few trade in bookstores, no luck. Australia truly is a backwater. Oh my goodness. You might have to go online and search there. So let's see here. To me, the best will always be Return of the Jedi. There you go. And let's see here. I hope and wish that you have a great, wonderful birthday. Thank you so much, Matthew. I greatly appreciate it. Stig says, I turned 5 the day the Terminator and Kyle Reese arrived in 1984 to protect Sarah Connor. Wow. Little interesting fact right there if you guys didn't know. Thank you so much, Stig. That's pretty cool. Nazo says, happy birthday. In case I forgot. Thank you so much. Yeah, so let's see here. I don't know what me and my family is going to do, but I do have to work on my birthday as well. But I chose to. I didn't have to, but I chose to. I teach yoga. And so we're going to have cake. We're going to have fun. It's going to be kind of unconventional type yoga class, but hey, just for them, have fun with the students that come in and support, and come in for themselves and take care of themselves. So we're going to do yoga and have cake and, and do all that fun stuff. Iris, white tea with fruit is the best for sugar drink replacement. Still sweet, but light and natural. I have Earl Grey with lavender, coffee, AM, tea, PM. There you go. See, that's the way to go. Although the other day, like 2 or 3 days ago, or 2 days ago, I had like 3 or 4 cups of coffee throughout the day. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Coffee didn't work for me this morning. I'm so sorry. It says, Mike has bad knees. I'm so sorry about your bad knees. New Hope is my favorite. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. The duel is phenomenal. Let me see here. Thank you so much. Let's see here. I've been watching the IML Disney Plus and haven't gotten to the Icon show yet. Yeah, I heard that IML Disney one is on going. How many episodes is it going to be? Yeah, the Icon one is on Vice. So if you have Vice, I have DirecTV, which then I'm supposed to, if I want to get Vice, I can get it through my account and not pay because they do have Vice channel. But I'm having a hard time with that link in it. So I need to do that because I have Return of the Jedi portion to get through to watch. And then I guess another one coming up now is The Phantom Menace that has Marcia on there and she has nothing to do with it. Yeah, so it's a bit frustrating. I like audio because reading hurts my head after a while. Yeah. That's fair. And some people, like one over the other better. So good morning from Holocon Library Fox. A good morning to you. What's in your mug? So I am turning 21 again, you guys. I'm turning 21. Yeah. Let's see. Someone sent Ubli some NJO TPBs. And then we have Big Raj. Thank you so much for the Canadian 149 super sticker. Thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate you. Good morning, everyone from Idea Machine. Good morning to you. And let's see here. Yeah, so maybe I'll show Cringe first and then we'll, I still don't know. I'm going to scroll down and see what you guys said. So I have 24 beautiful souls in here. Thank you guys so much for support. I didn't read that one yet. Nazo says the duel was in context to, yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant because you said that you love that. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I love it. One of the main reasons why is the conversation between Luke, the Emperor, Vader, and everything leading up to that duel. You know, Luke nearly losing control because he wants to protect his sister, and realizing that he stepped close to that dark side and had a little bit of taste of it. So then he realized that he needed to cut back because that's his thing. And that's the pivotal moment where, like going forward, that even in Dark Empire, because of that experience with Vader in Dark Empire, in a way, he can control, or he knows to have that control, to not be fully consumed from the dark side, because he went that way, stepped into that to protect his sister, I guess you could say. I mean, that's just my theory, but we did know that Leia had to come in and help pull him back as well. So, maybe both of them, for instance, did help him going forward, because when we get to Jason and him realizing that he can't, like, fighting and killing Lumaya, made him realize that he again tainted himself, and that if he proceeded, with going or pursued Jason once again, that that can basically make him cross, and he would basically take his place. So a lot of things to think about that when it comes to Luke Skywalker in the original lore, in the real Star Wars, not what's going on today, because I think they totally missed the mark on Luke in the new Star Wars. So speaking of George Lucas era, Luke was done phenomenal, and there was always this push and pull with him with the dark side, and knowing from experience what would cause him to go dark, and so taking control of that and being aware of that was something phenomenal that the writers worked well with together. So that's something I have to say about that. Saul says, watch Open Airlock channel where he, Tuscan Bob, and OG EFAT, the Icon Show. Yes. Let's see here. Kendall used to have a push to talk, and tablet would read your story in computer voice. They then got rid of that Audible. Now you have to rebuy all your books now. Oh, wow. Okay. I never got into Kindle. When it was first coming out, I'm like, I just want the classic books, I don't want to sit and read and flip a screen or scroll, or whatever. I'd rather have the books. I'd rather have the smell of the books. How sometimes you can get library books and have that library smell and stuff. I just like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a nostalgia thing. Scarif, hello. So some people, same people as the toy that made us, I heard. Okay. I don't know. I probably lost that point there. Sorry. Alex says, oh, gee, Marcia came up with the OT back during her and George's honeymoon. Oh, right? It's like it was all hers. It was all hers. Basically, I am going to just share this right now. Okay, let's do this since we're chatting about this right now. Okay, Chrome tab. No, don't want to do Chrome tab. Here we go. Share. Whoops. Right there. I don't have the scroll to make it bigger. Let me see if I can just click on it individually. There we go. Whoops. No, I don't want to go to his. Didn't mean to click on that. There we go. See if I can open. No, you're not going to open. All right. So basically what she says, or what the narrator says, and I think he made a short on this as well. So basically it says, the narrator, and under Marcia's benevolent reign, Lucasfilm became more than just a company. So it was her. She was the factor to to Lucasfilm being created. She was the mind behind it all. Behind it all, you guys. Behind it all. So there you go. So that's just one thing. And I'll share the other one here pretty quick. And Orange Hat says, I will be listening in the background. I have to take care of something. That's cool. You're good. Nazo says, primarily doing audiobooks because my dad is listening with me. Also, it's like listening to a radio drama, currently solo listening to Cloak of Deception and loving it. Awesome. That's amazing. Again, I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying if you haven't read the book, I highly, and especially if the Audible is unabridged, I highly recommend reading it first so you can get every single little tiny nuanced detail that the abridged audio doesn't give you. However, the audio does, like if it's done really well, like the Kenobi novel you have, and like even the New Jedi Order novels, you have the score in there, you have the sound effects in there, all of that takes you into the world that maybe only you will hear in your head when you read. So there's that difference. However, like I said, if you want all the little tiny nuanced points in there, what's going on at the moment, and sometimes they feel like a conversation is irrelevant sometimes, so they won't put it in the Audible. Like, for example, the Darkness trilogy totally skips out everything about regarding not Obi-Wan, but Luke Skywalker and his family finding out exactly what happened, or who their mom, who Padme was, what happened, all of that. All that is taken out of the Audible, so you will miss all those points. So if you want to discover and you want to go through emotion and how Luke handled that and how he handled his forgiveness for his dad and realizing what exactly happened and how he responded and all of that stuff, if you're into that stuff and you're into the continuity of how they find out and stuff, I would say read the book. And even, I mean, the Darkness trilogy does get a mixed review, maybe. Like it's I wouldn't say divisive, because it doesn't create hate or anything, but it has a mixed review. And but just for that, just for learning more about Jason going to the dark side, because New Jedi Order is the catalyst. And then Darkness trilogy, you start seeing that evolution of him going dark, and Mara kind of noticing it a little bit, and Luke kind of noticing a little bit, like how he's talking because of Roger and all this other stuff. So if you're really intrigued about that as well, and his turn, that's another reason why I would recommend that. Let's see, PT, not OT, because we already know she definitely did OT all by herself. Right. And thank you so much again, Solo Assassin. And yeah, so thank you guys for making me aware of this too, and then sharing this out. So there you guys go. I'm curious. I'm excited to go listen and stuff and see how the narration and stuff is. Whoopsie. There we go. And Holocron says it's very hot and already past 6 p.m. I'm enjoying some iced tea. Ooh, nice. Well, that will do good. After I'm done here, I'm rushing to a hair appointment. So I'm deciding what I'm going to have done with my hair. Yes, and thank you, Alex, for bringing that to our attention as well. Hello, OG in chat. Hello, Batsy. How are you doing? 21 beautiful souls. How are you doing? What's in your mug? I love the Grandmaster Luke still makes mistakes, but refuses to give up because he's come so far. Yes, and he recognizes those mistakes. He's learned from them. He teaches them. He recognizes his mistake on thinking he can go on the inside to defeat Palpatine and basically go to the dark side, I guess you can say, or teeter on that. And that does taint him in a while, so to speak. And but then it also teaches them how to recognize that as well. And so I like how that's done, because again, he makes his mistakes, he's learned. There's times that he's crippled. We see him crippled after losing Mara, And Ben Skywalker had to pull him out of that state, and so that was done really well too. So there's so many instances that basically show, because people say Luke was never shown as human until Disney, and I'm like, are you serious? First of all, we're dealing with Star Wars, so human quality or human is slightly different than our human, but like emotional states and experiences can be the same, I guess you could say, in a sense. And so but he's also a Jedi, which we aren't, so his experience, a Jedi human, would still be different in how they react and respond and all that. Yeah, so Ben Skywalker basically, explained to him, like, you're attached to mom, you're attached to, Mara, and it's crippling you because you don't want to let go of her. You want to be where she's at. And he's explaining what attachment is versus, like still being in a relationship, married, having kids, and loving and learning to let go. So this kind of reflects off of, like Anakin's fall, and how he fell versus Luke almost teetering on just letting himself go. And stuff like that, and Luke or Ben explaining that. So yeah, that's my little, I guess you could say, explanation rant. I don't know. Mike says, I don't think they missed the mark with Luke in the new Star Wars. I think they want to make him irrelevant and replace him with their characters. That's another thing too. I believe they did miss the mark, because the reason why I say that is they didn't plan the story. The trilogy wasn't planned. And, even hearing what JJ was going to do, like even at the end where Luke was lifting boulders and what have you, shared that they weren't totally going to take him in the direction that Ryan took him. But yeah, it was still authorized. So somewhere down the line, they decided that, well, no, let me take that back. Let me take some of that back. They did say they did mention that they made Luke a secondary character. It wasn't focused on him because all the attention goes to him, So yeah, so maybe there was some intention. Maybe there was some intention for not having him as one of the main characters for their characters. But like I said, it wasn't planned. I'm not trying to excuse them away. I'm just saying they didn't have no plan. Yeah, there was some intentional. There was some of the things were intentional. We continue to see it today, especially with other legacy characters. That's why I remain with George Lucas Star Wars, is because that's where we see genuine thought process and what George wanted versus what what's being given now. There we go. So I just circled around that shit. Okay, so Ubli says, question for those far from EU, let's slow down the mind. Question for those far more EU literate. Read a few books here and there and kind of skipped Legacy of the Force, where Leia's feeling about her parentage and her attitude towards the remnant ever explored much. Yes. So you see it from Truce of Bakura. You see it in and you see some resolution in and I think Black Fleet Rising. I think that's the name of it. She also, kind of has a tiff with Luke about their mom and about their parentage as well. Yeah, so it's in there. And she eventually, they start making peace, and she basically helps with a peace treaty with the remnant when it comes into the Hand of Thrawn duology. So there's a lot of that in there. You just, it's worth exploring, especially with Leia coming to peace in terms with who her father, Vader was her father, her lineage, having kids, and all of that, and even and she postponed, or she trained very slowly throughout her years because she was helping with reestablishing the order, the New Republic, or Galactic Alliance, I guess you could say. and eventually becomes a Jedi Knight, and that's in Darkness Trilogy. So I highly recommend start making your journey through that, especially if that's what you're very much intrigued with. Let's see here. I find book pages easier to read than word on screen. Yeah, and it's and also too, even though the like some of it's supposed to be geared, like the lighting and the setting on those Kindles are supposed to be okay for your eyes. I would still say, you know, give your eyes a break from screen. Holocron says, let that be a lesson, Iris, that you don't own anything. Oh my goodness, I don't know what you guys are converting about. So. Down phone call, be back later. That's okay. We'll be here. We will be here. Let's see. The issue is how and why of the replacement and the overall quality of the sequel trilogy's films of the time. I know I don't only question the quality of them because I have to research, because when I do compare and contrast, and when I do discuss these characters, past and present, how they changed them and stuff, I do need to know what I'm talking about. So I do need to do my research. I do need to, go in there and, dig around and stuff. And so I would say even with the current shows and stuff, they're not doing very well with that either, especially towards classic legacy characters. I don't think so. Even if the PT were released first, the history continues on into the OT, not letting the past die, kill it if you must. No, and that's the kind of the thing that we see throughout the whole Disney Star Wars. But I mean, if you like some of it, good for you. I mean, I'm not telling you here what to like. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. Just like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, right? So cheers to that, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and exit the screen. Let's go ahead and get a little bit into the talk of, where's my book that I'm going to use too? What did I do with it? What did I do with it? I cleaned up around here so I can put my makeup in. Oh, there it is. Let's go ahead and get into a little bit lore, because I figured that this is going to be a topic, and this one won't take long with the Force Society. So I figured that, let's go ahead and get into the lore part here, and then we'll go into what I want to share with you guys. So that we could build up to that. So let me see here. Because even discussing just like Luke Skywalker, who is my absolute favorite character ever. I'd rather we could sit here and talk about that all day, but let's get into this here. So I got some of my notes, because I do have my PowerPoint for you guys, and I made sure that this time that I'm not having any problems with it. It's a hit and miss with these things. So yeah, so Force Societies. So how many of you guys know about Force Societies, like the Force Society Krath? Again, this is supposed to focus on, Force users other than the Jedi. So yeah, and they're basically way back in time, way back in history, going back into Tales of the Jedi, I believe, that time frame. Let's see here what you have to say. Why do people wait till Thursday to ask me questions? I need my OG. Hi, I am here. What happened? How are you doing? And the Reluctant Dragon, hello. I drink coffee stronger than most people's feelings. Do you drink Turkish coffee? Holy crap. Okay, so when I was in Turkey, I had a layover there for 13 hours when I was traveling, and I was like, I love coffee. Okay. So I was like, Turkish coffee, let's do this. So I go and order my breakfast, which the breakfast was very unique. I love experiencing, because American breakfast I feel is boring. Like when I stayed in Italy, I loved the options for breakfast there and stuff. And so when I was in Turkey, I went ahead and ordered my breakfast, and I was like, yeah, I'll have some Turkish coffee. And, so like, it's going to be very different, very strong. And I'm like, give it to me. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's the strongest and most flavorful coffee I have ever had. I've had Cuban coffee. I had that too. But my experience with the Turkish coffee in Turkey, I think is stronger than Cuban. But now, man, I wish I could have like both of them, like and drink them here on Coffee Chat, so I can give you like back to back comparison, because it's been a while since I had either of them, But man, that's been the strongest coffee, Turkish. And I would say most flavorful. It just like hits you. So if you're drinking it on an empty stomach, beware. Holocron says, I had a Turkish girlfriend for a couple of years. Better be tough. Wow. Yeah. And I my belly dance, when I did belly dancing, I did Egyptian style rock sharki. But I also learned like the differences in the style of belly dances throughout the Middle East there, including Turkish. So Turkish belly dancing is very, very, I say, more promiscuous and flirtatious in a way than the Egyptian style. So that's just a little facts there. I'm not here to discuss belly dancing or anything like that, but it's fun. It's very Well, let's say it's very playful. All belly dancing is very, very playful. So. And she belly danced, by the way. Yeah. And I see your big old grin right there. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then you have the gypsy style kind of belly dancing. So there's so many different, and then you have the American style, the cabaret style, which, and so on and so forth. But I'm not here to discuss belly dancing here. But yes, I have experience here. So let's see here. And now everybody's all intrigued. I am, hopefully this fall, returning back to belly dance. I used to teach it too. I don't think I'm going to teach it, but now that I don't have to worry about a dance schedule for my child because she's off to college. And so sharing my age again. and and then all of that. I am thinking of returning back to my mentor's classes. It's been a while, and dusting off the shimmies and the shakes, so to speak, and the hip drops and the chest circles, all of that, and having fun with that. And let's see here. Promiscuous, flirtatious, OG is Zeltron confirmed. Oh my God. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, you may have seen me use one of my profile pictures in my belly dance attire, my bedla. My red one is my absolute favorite one because it's red with turquoise. And of course, being Native American, it's like, ooh, I get to, mesh a little bit of both. And veil. So I've danced with veil. I danced with the sword before. And I've danced with veil fans. I danced with fans. I've done Rocks Asaya, so the cane dance. So that's very earthy. And sometimes you're fully covered, your body's fully covered in a certain attire, a certain bedla. So that's very fun, dancing with the cane. Very, very earthy versus very, very flowy with the opposite, I guess you could say, with the belly dancing. So this one's more grounded because Roxasaya, basically the cane dance, stems from the male dancing part of that. And then women take up the cane and imitate and stuff. And it's very fun. It's still a little flirtatious, still a little fun, and all that. So yeah, let's see here. Hey, OG, I'm trying to find the books of Darth Crate. Oh, you're talking about Legacy comics. Yeah, if you don't, and I absolutely don't recommend giving Disney your coin, but and searching for the actual like omnibuses pre-Disney. If you've, I'll see if I could find links for you. If not, because my friend, I totally converted her away from Disney Star Wars, and I lent her book one of the very first volume of Legacy, and she loved it. And her birthday was just during that time, and her husband bought her the whole collection. And it's not Legends. It's not the Marvel collections. He found them online. He bought her the whole collection. I mean, I shared it with you guys on my Twitter. And I was like, damn. And like at least one is going to be worth a pretty penny. And so we've been slowly discussing on other comics because she really loves comics. And she's an art teacher, and she is beginning to teach a new class that I think she's hoping to bring up, or is in the works, is comic, like, doing that kind of art and paneling, perspective, all that comes with comics. And so I am very happy about that. So I will ask her husband to see where he found them, the prices and stuff. And if then I could share links and stuff, and hopefully you can. If not, there is the Marvel collection with the Legends label, which absolutely, like I said, if you don't need to, try not to give Disney your coins. Let's see here. You're a very beautiful lady. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's Thursdays. I'm like, yeah, okay, I appreciate it. I don't feel that way, but I appreciate it very much. So thank you so much. Ira says Arabian Nights miniseries had a good belly dance number in the Alibaba store. Yeah. And we, like, even going through, like, when I first started belly dancing and stuff, we would go back and watch some of those classical shows that had them, and classical belly dancers as well. So very fun. No Legacy, no Disney. I want the Legacy. Yeah. Okay. Then I will ask and I will get back to you. Okay. So I'll ask within a couple of days, and I'll let you know where he found them. And yeah. I think when I ventured down to LA, like, I think a year ago now, the Last Bookstore it's called, and it's downtown in the city. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bookstore, amazing bookstore. And I found some treasures there. And then I went to Amoeba, which is a predominantly like music record store or whatever, but they do have a book area, novel area, graphic novel area. And I found a Legacy. I think that's where I found Legacy Volume 1 there, I believe. I'm not sure. So, and then looks like Soul is on it. Thank you so much, Soul. He's like, I got you, Laura. I got you, Becky. All right. Did you see The Dark Council last night? I watched part of it. I didn't get to watch most of it. So yeah. And today is Abu's birthday, and tomorrow's my birthday. So a little bit of interesting fact that we share. We share like our birthdays are days apart, which is pretty cool. Back, how is everyone? Fine. We just got into a long topic about me belly dancing before we got into the Force Societies, the Krath. Yeah, so something interesting about OG Star Wars. If you didn't know, I did belly dance, Raksharki, which basically is an Egyptian style of belly dance. Yeah, very, very fun. And yeah, maybe I will do a video and show you guys some of the stuff I do. But let me get back into that. And then let me just, oil the joints here, get the rust off, get the dust off, and get into that. I love the shake and shimmy. I still like when I walk around the house, I still walk around in the 3/4 hip shimmy, shimmying around and stuff. Very, very fun. Very, very playful. But me, I like to move. If you guys haven't noticed, I like to move. I like to dance. I like to yoga. I like to work out. I'm very energetic most of the time. So a little interesting facts about me. And then on top of that, I taught Native American dance for 15 years, and I danced Native American dance most of my life. Yeah, so I'm no stranger, to dance, to being creative, and I've drawn and paint and all of that since I can remember picking up a crayon. Something that all those come natural to me, like all these artistic movements, creative like ideas, and putting it on paper. I love writing. I love poetry, but I haven't done that in a very, very, very long time. When I was it junior high or just before junior high, I think 5th grade, maybe something like that. I entered in a children's storybook contest. So we had to illustrate and write our own children's book. And I won for that. Yeah. And then when I graduated from junior high, I got the Memorial Award for the most creative. So basically, that's me in a nutshell. If you guys haven't noticed that, I like attention to detail. I like researching. I love mythologies. So here I am with Star Wars. That's something that has, always fascinated me. I like looking up at the stars and wondering, are we really the only ones here? I love looking at the stars and just watching them and looking for falling stars and, getting to know the constellation and all of that, so I guess you could say I'm very, very unique. I love sharing Native American history, and good and bad. And, you seen Twitter of late? Yeah, you could tell that I love sharing history and stuff, and my intentions are all good about that. My intentions are all good. So if I feel like there's an educational thing, then yeah, I'll share it, because the more you know, right? You can create understanding and create bridges when you have understanding of the person and maybe their perspective and where they're coming out when it comes to culture and stuff like that. Yeah. So, and when I started belly dance, I got into the culture there. I made sure that I understood the do's and don'ts and all that, because, there's that word called appropriation. There's appreciation and appropriation, right? So I want to appreciate it and honor it. And so that's me. That's me in a nutshell, you guys. So my birthday's tomorrow. Learn some more stuff about me. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's see here. You must have a cool 5th house in your chart. Actually, I have nothing in my 5th house in my chart. I have nothing in my 5th house. So, but doesn't mean that the 5th house doesn't influence, if you know astrology talk, because you're influenced by everything. But when you have a planet in one of the houses, you have more influence and stuff like that. There you go. Let's see here. My 8th house, though. So I'm a Leo. So those who know astrology, my sun is Leo. That's the sign that we all know. And then my moon is Cancer. And my rising is 0 Sagittarius, meaning that when it's at 0, you're at a cusp. So Sagittarius with some basically flavor of Scorpio. I have some influence in the 8th house, which explains, and in the 11th house, which explains why I'm so fascinated. Even in the 7th house. Bears Offie danced in a book, I think. Yeah, she did. They were doing some kind of saber, I don't want to say competition, but it's in MedStar, I believe. I don't know I forget which one or two. It's been a while since I read that. I was going to go revisit them and do the book review, and I didn't do it. Alex says, I am into stars and constellations magic. Ooh, interesting. Still wondering, did I miss something, Holocron? Oh, okay, here we go. Sun conjunct always connects a wider array of personal aspects. Yes, my sun is conjunct with my Saturn. Saturn is about discipline, work, hard work, all of that. And then my sun, which is in Leo, and then so my Saturn which is in Leo. So I have that conflict of like always having fun, but then I need to concentrate on work. And then with my Mercury is about your mindset. It is in Virgo, so it's very comfortable where it's at. So I have those conflicting thoughts and stuff of like martyrdom and always wanting to, and then having to be perfect with everything and all that. But I'm not here to talk astrology either, you guys. I'm like, you guys learn more about me today right now than I have given you in a long time on this channel. So please don't let this scare you away, because I have so many facets about me, right? And I think everybody does, and I think it's interesting. I like to investigate. I was a background investigator at one time for the Gaming Commission. So that's probably why I won my claim against Twitter, because I investigated. I looked at what they said what I broke with their rules and stuff like that, and I presented my case. So I went out with it in that way and stuff like that. So yeah, you guys. And so we're supposed to go into forced societies. Um, so let's go ahead. Let's see here. I know. Sorry about that, you guys. I have 17 people. Some of you guys dropped off. I am. Oh, so you are. Oh, okay. Scorpio rising. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking into astro stuff now. Yeah, very interesting. I am Gemini, but I'm married a Sagittarius. He's such a logical, real, practical, useful person, and I'm all over the place, nuts. And I bet you he likes to travel and read and study like philosophy and stuff like that. I'm Pisces, so I am a fish. Pisces basically is so they're like when I talk with you guys and I get to know you guys' personalities more, usually I'm right on about, what your sun is usually. And when I got to know Tim and just hearing how he likes to be at home and he likes to, just like, he's like home. He likes, I wouldn't say like likes to be by himself or anything like that, but he's comfortable at home and stuff like that. Pisces does like to stay at home and stuff and be in their own world and stuff like that. And it's not a bad thing whatsoever. So that's everybody's given their stuff now. OG, mind telling your birthday to the minute. Thanks for your rising sign. I'm always I'm already down for to the hour. Let me see. Did I read that right? OG Starwars, mind telling me your birth time to the minute. Thanks to your rising sign, I'm already down to the hour. Oh, okay. But I didn't tell you my birthday. Oh, my birthday's tomorrow, but my birth year, sorry. Yeah. Let's see here. This turned into OG Star Wars and astrology. Since we're talking about space and star and wars and all of this. This is hilarious. I love it, you guys. This is why I've told you that, my birthday's tomorrow and that, you guys are basically just getting a little bit to know me. So if you have any other questions, feel free to do that. But let's go ahead because I can't be here for 3 hours or so and we're coming up on the hour. And I want to get to the other one. So I have to be at my hair point at 11:30. So that means we got to, end this within 2 hours. So, or we can go on for 3 hours and just chit chat and bullshit with each other, right? Okay. So we have Cancer, we have Pisces rising, and then we have, what is that? Aquarius. Let's see here. Nice combination right there. He also, he has been to 18 countries when he was in the Marines, and he was told by his professor in college he should have been a philosopher. You're right. Yeah. Like I said, my rising is cusp with Scorpio, so I have that little bit of water deep. Like I say crazy shit. Scorpios say crazy off the wall shit. So if you haven't noticed that, sometimes I do that. That's just my influence of my rising, I guess you could say. Yeah. But anyways, what an odd turn we take. Right. I know, right? You didn't tell your birthday today. My birthday's tomorrow. And I didn't tell my year either. So that is very significant. Someone wants to do a synastry chart with OG Teehee. Yeah. Let's see here. Gemini, yeah. I get along like a lot of people that I'm really close with, not a lot, but I've noticed like the people that there's a few that in my life that are Geminis. But I'm also a fire sign, mostly fire, and so air feeds to the fire. That's just something that's common. Me dancing out of the thrift store with bags full of $3 Barnes and Noble's exclusive hardcover volumes. Awesome. Way to go. All right. And also I'm a singer. I sing in choir since I was really little, like through school and stuff. And then my family used to sit at the table with my aunt and my grandma and harmonize and stuff. So there you go. I'm a Pisces. Those are Pisces. Yep, exactly. Pisces also likes to get into studying esoteric and maybe even philosophy and all that other stuff, and just wider range of things that are out there, which is fine. Yeah. All right. Let's get on with the show now, you guys. I was born August 17th, 1991. So you are probably 1990s. No, not really. Can you guys guess OG Star Wars birth year? Can you guess my birth year? Maybe some of you guys may have been on streams where I revealed it. So let's go for that. And this talk. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and look at the poll, and we're going to get into that. And then we're going to get into the Marcia thing. Favorite. And I'm going to end this now here. So if you're coming in and you haven't voted, which is your favorite OT movie, do it now. I'll give you a minute. But as of right now, A New Hope is at 26. Empire Strikes Back is at a 48. And Return of the Jedi is at a 26. I can't vote because I'm the creator. And, so my pick is Return of the Jedi, but you guys already know that. I've said it countless times here. Return of the Jedi. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here and poll. The results will be showing up here. Let's see here. Oh, I got a super chat. Sukori, thank you so much for the $10 euro, I believe. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Who's older, OG or Yoda? Happy birthday, Laura. I'm older, can't you tell? No, I don't know. Let's see here. And then, yes, I see people put something in the chat. Let's see here. We have 84. We have 85. We have 77. We have 2000s. Yeah, I was born in 2000. I am turning 22. I was born August 17th. Oh, yeah, you already said that. So what? Go ahead. Throw it out there. I'm not going to. It's a trick. Never answer a woman's birthday year. Okay, let's get into the Krath here. All right, so I am so excited. Well, I'm excited, but I love sharing lore in here for societies. I love sharing, Star Wars lore, stuff that maybe one never thinks of. We always talk about Jedi versus Sith, and they're as Force users and stuff. So I think that this is important to even get a little bit touch a tip of the iceberg on these societies, just to spark idea, spark interest on exploring and all of that. Let's see here. OG, what's Lucas's favorite books? I don't understand that. All right, 91. I will tell you guys here pretty soon. All right, so let's get into this. So basically, the Krath, Satel and Keto were the ones. Satel Keto and Alima Keto were the ones who founded this, and this society was like a cult, I guess you can say. And so we'll get into the gist of this. Let's see here, and of course, me and my presentations. All right, the cult was formed by the. Let me get that little brand out of the way real quick because I am reading it to you as well. Looking at it and reading because I don't memorize shit if I don't have to. Although I can, and it will be very brief and stuff. But here we go. The cult was formed by a clique of bored youths of the Titan nobility, led by Satal Keto, and heir apparent and his cousin Alima. So basically heir to, the Titan, or I guess you could say. We'll get more into that. They named the cult after a magician god from the fairy tales of their childhood, which is very interesting. For some time, the Krath secret society was of little known and played on no major parts in the Titan politics. All this changed shortly after the Nodus uprising of Onderon. So we already know who Nodus are, that, and who Freedom Nod, right? The catalyst for this change was the influence of the spirit of former Dark Lord of the Sith, Freedom Nod, who took an active interest in Satil and Alima. So, EU book story. That's debatable because I've heard Shadows of the Empire. I've heard, and I wouldn't say that this would probably be more of comic, more of novella, but Dark Empire. So Yeah, I got that. Thank you, Rodimus. The Krath War was Ulk's Quell drama took over. Yeah, and we're gonna get into that. And I think we're gonna get into. I think that's. Oh yeah, I have it on here. Soul Assassin. Better yet, I only need. Okay, yeah. So that's just the gist of that here. Let me see here. Okay. And then it goes on to say the Krath were an unusual combination of direct influence from Sith spirits and reclaimed Sith learning. So basically, the two delved into Sith, like alchemy, Sith lore, all of that. None of the early Krath received formal training. Instead, they pieced together techniques from artifacts and occasional input from powerful Sith spirits, learning how to use ancient Sith amulets, project massive and destructive Sith illusions, and wield Sith sorcery. Female members of the Krath cult were called death witches. Like their founder, Krath cultists generally had significant skill in mental illusions. Commonly, they also demonstrated aptitude of in the handling and the use of dark side artifacts, such as Sith talismans and alchemical weapons. So that's just the history behind that, and I thought it was fascinating to give you guys something from the past. Going back thousands of years. I'm gonna sip me some coffee. My throat was a little dry today. And then Rodimus here says, Dave Filoni said that EU was not canon. Is he lying or is he stupid? He's stupid. Plain and simple. He's stupid. There we go. So that's just like the history of that. One thing that I need to go back is really explore the history in that timeline. This is where I'm kind of little at my weakest here, which is fine because I never got into KOTOR and before then and Tales as much as I want to. And like I said before, when Stig and I were reviewing the comics, I basically, said, like I wasn't too much into comics at all growing up. And so I'm experiencing Star Wars again through the comics. And so a lot of the stories back then were comics, and so I'm excited. I know of the history there. I did my research, I did my studies and stuff, but when you go in and read the comics and you go and read all, and stuff like that, or the material, it and get the story breakdown moment by moment, I guess you could say, it's it really, really broadens that knowledge. It does. So, let's see here. There you go. And it says, I know Ulick shagged Lima, by the way. Oh no, not sex in Star Wars. Okay. There you go. Tales of the Jedi audiobooks. Yeah, there you go. And I was going to ask you to grab that link. So you're reading my mind, Soul Assassin. Thank you so much. And that is also shared in my community, YouTube community page on Twitter. So if you want to go ahead and check those out, I highly recommend it. I'm enjoying them. You may be cool, but you are Death Witch writing Rancor cool. And then unfortunately, Filoni seems to be relevantly stupid, not exactly worthy Padawan of Lucas. He basically got the participation trophy and puts it to use at Disney. Whoa, that is heavy. That is loaded right there. That is loaded right there. And so basically, yeah, the Jedi Ulick Qel-Droma led a small group of Jedi to deal with the Krath after Ulick's master Arca Jeth. And, Kenobi, if you read the Kenobi novel, Kenobi does talk about Arca Jeth too. And so there is some continuity crossover. Wow, who would have known, right? It says, was killed by the Krath constructed war droid. And so this is one of the war droids that's on the picture here. And Ulick swore to infiltrate the Krath to destroy them from within. Unfortunately, Ulick became the victim of Sith poison and was unable to stop himself from joining the dark side. Ulick killed Satel and joined Alima to lead the Krath, but the Krath's power essentially came to an end when Dark Jedi Exar Kun became the first Dark Lord of the Sith, and Ulick became his first apprentice. So there you go. So there's some history there that I wanted to wrap this up with. So again, never explored this lore. Do it. I think it'd be worth your time. and have fun with it. And this is another reason why I bring some of these lore pieces in that maybe people really are not aware of, because then it broadens, again, the knowledge, and it makes people curious and wanting to go visit that lore. So there you go. So very short and sweet here. We can get into Marcia. Marcia. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, there, thank you. So yeah. They also mention stuff from Tales. Oh yeah, they do. They do. So there you go. So let's go ahead and remove this and come back to this. Now, this one right here is pretty much a heavy topic, I would say. And yeah, so let me go ahead and rewind this. So basically, this goes back to the icons on Earth that we are EFAPing on the spacing. This is a clip for the Phantom Menace episode that's coming up. I think it's coming up. I don't think it's aired just yet. And like I said, I will connect with Vice and catch up, and so I can sit down and write better notes on all of this and the development of these shows, and go back and watch making of to compare and contrast. So when we do discuss this stuff, then we can I can be better prepared. So this is what the crazy woman says. So let's get into this right now.
I thought the movie was racist. I mean, there were Chinese men.
You think she suspects an attack?
There were, what was he supposed to be, Jewish, I think?
I'm a Italian. My trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
George was upset by the accusations.
All right, so hopefully you guys heard that. Yeah. So basically, what she had stated is that George was racist, that he created. Am I muted? Let's see here. Can you hear me now? All right. Can you hear me? So you guys, did you guys hear the clip? Should I play it again? All right. Yeah. So I tried to make sure that there was no echo, and I tried to make sure. So you guys, did you guys hear the whole clip? It looks like you guys did. So basically, Marcia said, "We hear you, just not the clip." I'll play it one more time. Let me go back at it. Back at it. So one more time.
I thought the movie was racist. I mean, there were Chinese men.
You think she suspects an attack?
There were, what was he supposed to be, Jewish, I think?
I'm a Italian. My trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
George was upset by the accusations, particularly of racism.
And there you go. There you go. Right there. Okay. Clip run 2-time. First was good. The second muted. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I was making sure that we didn't get a feedback on there. So I muted my mic, and then so it muted that. Okay. All right. So yeah. So basically what she's saying is that, you know, that these aliens, George created these aliens to imitate or be like humans. Like, for example, the Chinese. She thought they were racist. So let's bring one picture up here. So right here, these Neimoidians, they're Neimoidians, they're not Chinese. But she went and seen them as Chinese, like a stereotype, right? And then, so she's feeding into what people were saying in the past about George Lucas being racist, right? So saying that the Neimoidians are Chinese. which no, these are completely like, this is a whole different world, it's like its own world. It's a fantasy sci fiction type, genre, I guess you could say. And yeah, the creator had to come up with accents and stuff for these aliens because they're not going to sound English or British or American or British or whatever. They need to sound uniquely different, right? But that was not his intentions, to make them like be some kind of stereotype of human races. He created them to be their own species with their own culture and stuff like that. And so she goes on. She had said an icon, like, was it A New Hope? I think part 1, that basically George is making her, like, George made her disappear, basically. So she's already set the stage. From that moment, she set the stage about her direction and where she's going to go with this. So this is Ex-Wife Unhinged more than Icons Unleashed. So yeah. And then let's go with Watto. So going with Watto, and I've seen many anti-PT fans basically say, oh, well, Watto, he's this Jewish stereotypical character, what have you, because of like him being a businessman and how he sounds and how he wears his hat, how he looks, his big nose, and going on and on and on about that. And that was never George's intention. And that is not what Watto is about, really. Hey there, Tuscan Bob. Any characters who don't speak perfect basic is racist, right? There you go. So you can't have, distinctive accents and what have you, for these characters to make you believe that they're really, that's their species and, and all that stuff, and could be different than basically the humans of Star Wars, right? And speak, so just like when you travel America, for example, even though America is predominantly English American, like I would say American is the bastardization of the English language. Yes, it is. Just like I'm going to go there. Mexican, the Spanish language of Mexico is not as proper as the Spanish dialect in Spain, or the version in Spain where it originated from. So so when you travel around America, and now that probably made me sound friggin' racist, but I don't care right now. But when you travel around America and you go up to the north, to the northern part, into the woodlands, Minnesota, you have that accent up there, like, hey, don't you know? Hey, and like even on reservations and stuff, you have those accents. And you go down to southwest, and you have like a Hispanic slang or Mexican slang language there. And I mean, so everywhere you go up to Boston. So everywhere you go, there's some kind of like slang changes in slang and accents and all of that. And if George just kept everybody with the same tone, like including his species, then it wouldn't be believable. It wouldn't be a believable word whatsoever. Have I heard Australian? Yes, I have. Like when you go back, like to like, if like, I'm just like, this is where I can relate to, like, I live on a reservation here in California, but when I go back to mine, the slang, the language, the accent, everything, well, everything is different. And that's how it should be in Star Wars. I can, really compare that, like, and then if I go visit on the Navajo reservation or whatever, their language sounds almost like melodic, like music, and very unique. So yeah, so there's like the comparisons here. So for her to come in here and say such things and imply that that's what George was doing, she is the racist one for thinking that. Even at the end of this video, it is stated that George was upset about people's responses to this, because basically that wasn't his intention. He was just world building to make these characters believable. He wasn't like on his checklist like you see today. Oh, well, let's create some diversity. Let's go ahead and add stereotype, like how they did with Finn being a janitor, or like how they did with Poe, being a spice runner, going into stereotypes, right? It wasn't intentional whatsoever. But when you're looking for something racist, you're always going to find something racist, right? That's how it goes. And then when you have someone going to go ahead and talk about it and stuff like that, just have open mind, open ears, and listen and go through it. Maybe you might learn something. Let's see here. Spanglish, come to the South and hear English and Spanglish mixed in sentences. There you go. Yeah, and that's what I forget about Spanglish as well. I'm Hispanic and I don't mind OG. All right. And then Tuscan says, always thought of Watto as more like a Jersey junk trader or swap meet type person, not a Jewish person. And that's the thing too. It's like people who compared this, like even before Marcia decided to say this, and I truly believe that she's scripted. At this point for the Phantom Menace, you know, the PT going on, I believe she's scripted. She's told what to say. She is sincerely told what to say. And I can't wait to break this ish down. I can't wait. Let's see here. And it says, a neutral American accent is closer to 18th century English pronunciation than modern proper English. Yeah, and we're all getting into like how like languages evolve when it's taken to different areas of the world. Just like I compared like, you know, Spanish in Mexico versus Spanish in Spain. When my dad was stationed with my grandma in Spain, he said the Spanish there was like very proper. And even they even, sorry to say, they even frowned upon how Spanish is being spoken in Mexico. When he was little, he was like, well, I wouldn't say he was little. Yeah, probably about 10 or 11 when they went that way. And so you have that, you know, you have that the variance of how a language is taken and then used and taught in different areas of the world and how it evolves. So you have the evolution of languages, and then that's apparent in America, right? And so you have the accents, you have the slangs, you have the mixture of two languages like Spanglish and stuff like that. Very interesting. But like I said, you know, that's just part of reality. And by George giving these characters these very different accents according to maybe how their own species language is versus, you know, talking English or basic, you know, it makes the world believable. It makes the world believable. But to have, like I said, to have that mentality to look for something racist in that is disgusting in itself. And again, like I said, Marcia is basically, she's scorned. She's a scorned woman. And these guys are taking advantage of a scorned woman. She, you know, like what I shared earlier about the narrator saying basically Marcia is the mastermind behind Lucasfilm, which is total bullshit. All right. Hey, Fuck Norris, how you doing? We are talking now about Marcia. We were discussing me and like dancing belly dance and Native American dance, talking astrology because it's a pre-birthday bash. Tomorrow's my birthday. So cheers to you. And I hope you're doing well. And those who, and I'm just going to share the reply who got, one of them who got my birth year right. Right there. So thank you guys for making me younger than I am. I appreciate it. So there you go. There you go. Let's see here. And where did I leave off at? Let me see here. I'm going to scroll up a little bit further. Yeah. There we go. So Alex says, oh my gosh, George used diversity in Star Wars. No way, right? Because didn't that what Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm was trying to say, that there was no diversity whatsoever? And so that was their focus, was to bring back diversity. But when you erase the overall world building, then you don't have diversity, right? Isn't that how that works? Isn't that how that works? Is that when you take something and then you do away with most of the world building, species, characters, story, then, but even the movies had diversity though. But when you get rid of majority of like 90 or 80% of the lore, yeah, you're going to have a diversity problem, because now it's more, there's less. Even though there's diversity in the movies, there is less, you know? So yeah. So that maybe that's a technicality they're working on? I don't know, but it's their absence of diversity in Star Wars is their fault because they got rid of like 85% of the lore. All right, Iris says English combines Saxon, German, Norse, and Britain with some Latin influence. English was already a hodgepodge. Yeah, I really didn't get into like the full exploration of how the English language came about, but you could probably say that with a lot of languages, like even with Native Americans migrating pre-colonization or settlement. You have like some of the Eastern languages is Siouan, and then that Siouan dialect is also, my people use, and we're from the woodlands into the plains area. So there's a lot of similarities there. Then you have the Dene or Navajo, but when you get up into Canada, they have a similar dialect too. So you see the difference in the migration and stuff of peoples, and that is common throughout the world. Let's see here. Some people only see racism everywhere they look except within themselves, right? That's what you call projection. That is what you call projection. Based OG. Let's see here. Dystopian. If they have a problem with Star Wars, they would definitely have a problem with South Park. Oh, South Park, yeah. Let's see here. It's a galaxy with different cultures and creatures. None will be the same or sound the same. Exactly. So again, she is just a spiteful bitch. Marcia, suicidal George's current wife, a black woman, is a billionaire, right? Yeah, so I bet you he's laughing at this shit, right? They are different accents across Mexico. Sonoran Spanish is a mumble fest. I never, like I said, I haven't really delved into exploring the, like languages and stuff like that, but I believe that. I do. And then Tuscan says, how are you doing, Greg? And cheers to you. So the logic is that if a certain trait is stereotyped to a race, then any character who has said trait is racist, that certainly limits character creation. Yeah, I can't wait till we break this down. Let's see here. You look no more than 25 to me, I swear. Well, thank you. And then what's up, OG? More Marcia. Oh boy. Yeah, I shared that clip. That I tweeted probably about 3 times. I think it was last night. I was so pissed. I was like, are you kidding me, bitch? Yeah. Let's see here. And what time is it? Oh, we have a 10:27, so we're good. Congrats on your birthday tomorrow. Thank you, Slick. How are you doing? And cheers to you. And happy birthday a bit early. Yes, thank you. And let's see here. Rodimus Prime says, the fact that George Lucas was heavily involved in the EU and he had added EU stuff in the prequels and special editions show he cares about the... Yeah, that's not... I mean, those who do the research notice, see actions versus what words, the words are quotes, knows and can tell the difference with that. It's common sense. That word is, actions speak louder than words, right? And that's true. That is true, because someone can say something and then later the actions will reveal something completely different. And that's the case with George. And that's why, he has contradicted himself a lot. If you go back through his quotes and what he had said or whatever pertaining to his business or whatever, there's contradictions. And probably because he maybe changed his mind, probably he may have not understood at the time the direction that, he wanted to go and changed his mind. Who knows? Who knows exactly what he was thinking at the time? Company has changed up or corrected some of his interviews, talking about the direction the company is really going versus what George had said. And that's common because he has, like, a person who owns a business has so much to deal with that sometimes they're just not going to, say something correctly. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We know George. His action speaks louder than words. And yeah, There we go. And that's my point right there. Action speaks louder than words after I went around the whole circle with that. All right. Soul Assassin says, guess Marcia didn't create the Sith culture. You can see the Egyptian influence. Yeah, anything that she hasn't created that there's some kind of like influence. But then you know what, Soul Assassin? You can also say then she wasn't fully involved with like the part of the mythos when George added mythos, right? So when he went back and looked at geek mythology and the hero's journey and stuff like that, or maybe they'll find a way to make it sound like she was influenced and that she set him up to speak with Joseph Campbell. Who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of crazy crap they come up with next. George must have had a billion thoughts in his head in regards to Star Wars, so it's natural to mix stuff up with every now and then. Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's like, he has his ideas. He brought these creatives in. He's given them rules of what to do, what to write, what not to write, who to kill off, who not to kill off. Then he's having all these notes of like story plots coming in to review, and then him getting involved with some of the storylines and the plots and stuff and deciding like which grandchild's going to die and which is not. And on top of like which of the main characters, and I would say Chewie would be a main character when it comes to OT. For the new Jedi Order, Luke cannot be killed off. If that wasn't all canon, then I don't see him putting in the efforts, even building guidelines and rules, if it wasn't all canon. So, yeah. Born in 1977 too, but you still look younger than me, kid. Yeah, I'm still younger. No. Cavitino Che, how you doing? Marcia is definitely not wizard. And you babies, 76. Yeah. Yeah, we are. But not by much. But thank you so much. Yeah, so this is what's going on right now on Vice. Vice is such a shithole of a platform, basically. If you have not seen our EFAP on part 1 and 2 of A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, and we are not gonna have spacing tomorrow, so no Return of the Jedi. I know Greg is probably like our Tuscan Bob's where like, oh God, these again. But I love his points. I love how he, eloquently and sometimes sarcastically words his opinion and facts and all that. Great to listen to him as well and be on the panel with him. And so maybe the following Friday we'll head into Return and then move on to the other ones. And the reason why we're doing this is not just because, like it's clickbaity. You just want something to be pissed off about. It's not about that. It's about creating awareness on the direction of how they're trying to make fans look at the property, the franchise, the movies now. If you haven't noticed, like even articles from all these clickbaity, like journalist sites, like Screen Rant, you can notice the focus on how, like, when someone from the company states something on Twitter or a social platform, then they follow suit. Or they do it and then the company states something that is right on track with that. So the focus here is make light on what's going on today, what they're pushing, what the type of narrative they are pushing. And it's clear here with Marcia, with what she had to say. If you haven't been following the anti-PT crowd, you'll know that they'll say, oh, George was racist because, he made stereotypes out of these space characters. And that's been going on for a while. And then to have the ex-wife come in to push that narrative. Put 2 and 2 together, you guys, and be aware of what's going on. Let's see here. And Slick says, I'm a 69 child. Well, cool. Oh, my, yeah. Let's see here. Bob does a wonderful job twisting the knife in the show. And Abu, happy birthday to you. So everybody, today is Abu Nas's birthday, so feel free to wish him happy birthday in the chat. Go check out his channel, subscribe. I think they have a little bit of pre-birthday fun on Dark Council, so go check that out as well. Abu Nas says, finally got a chance to pop in and support my favorite EU elitist. Well, thank you so much. It's my hatred for Anthony Daniels that she likes. That is classic. I love hearing him. Like, it's like you could feel this hatred like seeping out of my speakers. It's like just oozing out, and it's so fun. It's like palpable, I guess you could say. It is so fun. And let's see here. Your hatred for Daniels is iconic, right? And there's like, I'm going through some of my like Star Wars Galaxy and Insider magazines, and like I have the one with the 30th anniversary for Empire Strikes Back. And I think in there's an interview with Anthony Daniels, like a small one, because they're interviewing various actors and stuff. I tagged Tuscan Bob R. Greg into that. I was like, this one is quite positive. Compared to what I've seen. But I had to, because I know he hates him with a passion. It's like it turns him to the dark side, just seeing his face or hearing his name mentioned. It's like, let the hate flow through you. Mr. Dystopian says, Marcia only trashed Disney so they would hire her to write shit. And that's the thing. She's like, they don't know Star Wars, And then she comes in and trashes George and says that she's the reason why Star Wars is a success. And then what she's not involved with, she decides to trash. Isn't that an irony? Isn't that so ironic? I would say ironic, maybe hypocrite. I don't know. But that's just so suspicious, so just cringe. Everything around that suspicious. Orange Hat says, hail and happy birthday, Abu Nas. Yes. Thank you guys for wishing him a happy birthday. Abu says, I'm on lunch and what possesses me to even consider working on my birthday, but thank you so much always. I thought you would have took the day off, because when I seen you posted something about, I just got done working out, I thought you were taking time for yourself. And then hello to everyone. Yep. Yeah, so that's what this is about. Just keep an eye on about how the narrative is being drawn out on these platforms, even with these clickbaity journal sites. Because you'll notice a pattern here, and we've been calling this out for a long time, is noticing these patterns, what's going on. They are changing the perspective on how future generations are going to view even the 6 movies. They may not even redo these movies, like remake these movies, George's movies. However, they're using the content that they're creating to retcon them so that they can go in the direction they want to go and how they want them to be seen. And this is exactly what's going on right here. Exactly, because everybody put Marcia on the pedestal of saving Star Wars. Oh, her editing saved Star Wars. No, she is just one factor. And she doesn't have the final say. And so this is the awareness that myself, Tim, even Greg, and those who are privy to this are exposing right here, right now. Let's see here. Cavatinho says, OG Star Wars, I just realized seeing Marcia in the clip, she looks very similar to Dot Matrix from Spaceballs. That's what everybody was saying. You're not the only one that says that. I need a meme with her. I think they did create a meme with her, but still, another meme needs to be created. You are not the only one that has noticed that, and it's hilarious. Marcia's actions and appearance, okay, that stupid show was planned ahead, in my honest opinion. It might have been planned when she wrote when she was interviewed, and that piece came out of her criticizing KK, RJ, and JJ and the movies. So I was kind of like in the back of my mind thinking, I wonder if they're going to end up interviewing her. But I didn't bring the topic up. I didn't, allude to it on Twitter or anything like that. But obviously, here we are. Let's see here. Asol says, lot of sellouts on social media and fan channels. Yeah, that's the thing I'm seeing too. It's disheartening, and that's the direction they want to go. Like the company wants to take people. It's almost like they're erasing history in a sense, the intentions of the creator, instead of staying true and honoring and building upon. That's what I've been noticing, you guys. Oh God, this topic went from fun and belly dancing and all that to now like kind of depressing a little bit. Okay. Marcia, Abu says Marcia is only mad because George married a beautiful black woman. He knows she was toxic. The maker leveled up. Yeah, there you go. The one that says George is racist has a new wife and a child. Look at that. What a spiteful bitch. All right. Buy physical copies. There you go. Buy the physical copies. Buy a couple of them just in case, because physical copies do wear out. Yeah. Let's see here. Abu says, I got my physical copies. It's all we got left. Yeah, and buy some more. Like if you could find the copies that does not have the Disney label, not giving them any coin, don't give coins to them. And then what I thought on spacing Star Wars traders and then see here. And then Iris says Overton window. Keep slowly moving the views until it is reformed. Can't unsee dot matrix Marcia now. Right. Like I said, that wasn't the only time. This is not the only time that someone called out and how she looks. Kind of hilarious in its own way, just something that we can laugh at today, right now. We got to laugh at the stuff, because stuff like this could be downers. So we got to find reasons to laugh all the time, reasons to laugh, reasons to make light of some heavy situation. Keep sanity, keep sanity. Jackson says, troglodytes. Yeah. Are interviews of George Lucas saying the EU is part of the saga? There is an interview that he did in 2015 at Tribeca, and they're discussing, like the what Star Wars is about. And basically he says Star Wars is about the father, the kids and the grandkids. It's even in the novels and everything. So basically they're all a part of the saga. And so basically, yes. And that has been clipped, and I like to a meme created with the actual quotes, as well as I clipped the interview, and it's on my channel under George Lucas playlist. Let's see here. Should have stayed on astrology, right? You're like, astrology, please. Yeah. So Abu Nas, obviously he is a Leo. I don't know if he knows astrology and his moon sign or anything like that. We did touch bases on astrology. Everybody shared like what their signs were, like their sun, moon, and rising. And it was fun. Complete turnaround from just our basic Star Wars nerdy chat, which is fine. I just got into like some aspects of me that, maybe none of you guys knew of. So that was fun. And so that was interesting. Yeah. So I can do natal or astrology chart readings for people. And I do it. I that's something I do that I make money off of as well. And it's fun. It's fun chatting with people and them discovering some stuff about themselves. Yeah, very fun. Very, very fun. Let's see here. I got an OG trilogy from Goodwill for $12. Happy still in plastic wrap. Is it the very first like one before, they started editing it and stuff like that? let's see here. If Abu tells his time of birth, I have his moon sign in a minute. Yeah, I don't have that in front of me. His moon sign, well, that will change. Yeah, the time of birth. Yeah, so you're right. So the time of birth will actually give the exact moon sign because the moon does move faster, a lot faster, of course, than the sun. And then the rising does move a lot faster than the moon. Yeah. Oji, give me your astro advice contact details, so I'll share her on my blog. Oh, you mean like where my services and stuff? Let's see here. Yeah, hold on. I was born approximately 1149. He's like, he knows. Bam. So you have the birthday, but not the year, but the time. I'm writing this shit down because I'm going to bug him on his astrology stuff. And what was your year, Abu? I think you're a year ahead of me. We're like, let's go ahead and do Abu Nas's astrology reading here on OG Star Wars Coffee Chat. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Well, the chance is still fairly good without the time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially if it's not transitioning. If it's transitioning into another sign, then you will need it. If it's not, then and it's within the sign, then you don't. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, your email or something, so people will know where to find you. Okay. I will. It's the same website as my arts and my yoga. So it's Alora Yoga. Let me see here. Let's see here. Alora Yoga, I think it was .com or .net. I'm not sure. Thank you. I got something in the mail too. I think I know what it says, so we're going to share and then we're going to go. Okay, let's see here. I'm like on my phone here. .com. I thought it was .net. It's .com. AloraYoga.com. All right, you guys. So let me close this out here. And then not kick myself out of the screen. There you go. Or out of the screen. All right, so I got something from Thrift, and I know what it is. So because I just received it, I'm going to open it because it's Star Wars related. And I never done this with you guys. I never really had a full like unboxing, I guess you could say. So here we go. Okay. And here we go. Oh, I got it. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Look at this. It is a Jedi Academy source book. Oh my God. Look. Look at Dala. Look at her. What a beautiful woman. A beautiful, menacing woman. Beautiful, menacing woman. Look at that. This is so fun. Oh my God. Okay, so I know this is black and white, and part of me wants to color it, but part of me wants to just leave it alone just to keep the originality. Awesome. It has Adamar, Aldmar, can't even talk. Anakin Solo, Chewbacca, Winter, R2D2, General Wedge Antilles, General Jan Dodonna, Crix Medine. I mean, it has all the characters in here. The Imperial Interrogation Chambers. Dun, dun, dun. And the Undercity. Look at that. And it's like in pristine condition here. And let's see here. Oh my God, XR Coon has all of that. All of that. Wow. Okay, so I'm like looking down at it. You guys, I'm like stuck on this. It's gorgeous. Love it. Chapter 10 is about planets. Chapter 9, the independent class. Oh my God. Let me see. I want to show you another picture, but let me see. Let me find something that's really, really cool. I mean, all of this is cool, but still. Let's see. The Ma installation organizational chart. Holy crap. Okay, I'm going to share this on Twitter because if you know about the Ma installation there, this is their organizational chart starting with Grand Moff Tarkin. That is friggin' crazy. Wow. So we're leaving on a happier note because I got to start closing out here because I got to get on the road to an appointment. And you guys will be hearing more about this on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. If you're not a part of my YouTube community, follow me on that. Check out my yoga page. You can go find and order art from me there. You can, if you're interested more about astrology, want to do a reading, one-on reading with me, do that. Schedule a time with me. It'll be on Zoom. And you'll just have to give me, like, once you book the thing, I will email you with your information about your information and all of that. But that's just something else I do. The Kessel, chapter 8 Kessel. So we like all of this. Oh, look at that. Wow. Such great condition. Beautiful. And then, of course, as classical manner, and I'll read it to you and then we'll start closing out. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the New Republic has entered a period of relative peace, rebuilding after as empires unsuccessful bid. I can't even friggin' read today. For dominance, the Palpatine's grip on the thousands of worlds has weakened following the resurrected empire's defeat. While Leia Organa Solo attempts to persuade new worlds to join the New Republic, Luke Skywalker begins his search for Jedi students to teach and a place to teach them. But the Empire is restless. A new commander emerges from the secret Maw installation, an Imperial facility built for the express purpose of the creation of super weapons. While the New Republic is forced to combat Admiral Dala and her plan to destroy Coruscant, Luke Skywalker must battle something even more dangerous. The spirit of the Sith Lord who plans to enslave Luke's students and bend the galaxy at his will. This is the galaxy of. There you go. There you go. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out and nerding out with me about Star Wars and learning more interesting facts about me as well. Looking back in my life, I think I've had a very interesting life. I think I've overcome a lot of adversities, which we all should, right? And then from that, I decided to honor the legacy of my grandmother and, teach and educate the history of my people, our people. And on top of that, with her love and grace is the reason why, and her name is Grace, her love and grace, and her influence for like the space, the universe and stuff got me into Star Wars. She liked Star Wars, but Star Trek was her thing. And but because we love to explore all of that, is the reason why I also got into Star Wars. And so I'm very thankful for her for taking me as her last child to raise, and being able to be here with you guys and accomplish a lot of stuff in my life. I've accomplished a lot and I'm very thankful I'm here and I have those experiences and it made me who I am. I've been on billboards. I've been like photo model for Native magazines and stuff. And it's amazing just through my dance and stuff and sharing culture and everything. And it's been an amazing journey. I performed belly dance in various places here in California and been a teacher and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, and an editor. I've done background investigations, and yeah, so, you know, like I said, and been an artist my whole entire life. And art has been something that has helped me healed or gotten me through some tough times. And I'm very much blessed with everything, and I'm blessed and happy to be here with you guys for another day and coming up another year. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for your support and stuff, and thank you for following me on Twitter as well and listening to my bullshit all the time and nerding out with me and seeing me, stick up for my culture, for Star Wars and all of that. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. I need to hit the road now. You guys have a great day. And again, spacing is canceled for this Friday, but we will see you next Friday as well. And stay tuned. I swear I will have my Obi-Wan Kenobi and Siri Tachi video up here soon. I promise. Yeah. And then maybe when you see me next time, my hair will be different. We'll see. I'm not giving any spoilers, so stay tuned for that. So thank you guys so much for, again, your continued support. May the force be with you, and have a good day. See you guys on Twitter as well. Talk to you later.
Another happy landing.